Hello and welcome to the NewsX Sunday Guardian Roundtable. Today we are taking a look at what is happening in the assembly elections. As we know, there is going to be 5 states are going for polls, and this is usually seen as a semi-final. Well, not really, because the results of the assembly don't really have an impact on the center, but it sets up the morale, it sets up the mood, it tells you some certain kind of trends, where the vote is going, and which party is the Congress on a comeback trail or not. What will the opposition strategy be? It's pretty interesting because so far we haven't seen that kind of blitzkrieg rallies that has been done by the Prime Minister and Amit Shah. Maybe next month we'll see them on ground. So is the BJP taking a step back? Because so far the psephologists in the opinion polls are saying that the 3 states, at least in the north, 2 of them will probably go to the Congress, leaving Rajasthan up for grabs. So what is happening on ground and what are the strategies being formulated? What is the central leadership thinking? That's something we're going to be discussing on the show today. Joining me on the show is PKD Nambiar. He's a political commentator and a brand guru. There is Javed Ansari. He is a political commentator and columnist and a senior journalist. And Tehseen Poonawala. He's a Congress supporter and political analyst. Ashutosh. He's the founding editor of satyahindi.com. Ashutosh, how do you see the wind going and what do you see that is happening? Why are Modi and Amit Shah not so much on ground as they should be? Are they sensing that there may be a loss? That's why they don't want to be the face of that loss.
No, I don't know. Even I am a little surprised because if you look at the election campaign in Bengal, in UP, and even in other places prior to this one, there had been a blitzkrieg, as if the BJP is entering into that state like an invading army. But this time I'm really flabbergasted because I haven't seen Narendra Modi or Amit Shah doing that kind of a campaign. Either there's a change of strategy or there is something else which I'm not able to figure out. But what I personally believe is that the BJP this time is defensive, and BJP wants to save all his energies for 2024. They don't want to spend right now, because if like the Congress party did in during the Gujarat campaign, because Congress party knew that they can't win election in Gujarat, so let's save our energy for the Himachal Pradesh and Karnataka, and they did it, and they did it well. So if that is a strategic thinking, then I'm not, I have nothing. There's nothing wrong in it. But the problem is that the 2024 is not like 2019. There's a 10 years anti-incumbency. There is a serious problem of price rise and unemployment. And there is a fatigue factor because the BJP has not been able to redefine itself, has not been able to reinvent itself. The same old slogans are being ranted out day in and day out. The same Ram Janmabhoomi, the same the Muslim factor, and everything is being repeated ad nauseum. So how long the people will listen to this? The people want deliveries, and government is seriously is wanting on deliveries. And another thing which I want to add is that there is a I keep saying this, that BJP indulged into like total football, or the total cricket, the total politics. Look at what is happening in now. They are raiding Rajasthan Congress chief residence. They are calling Ashok Gehlot's son in a 12-year case. They are asking the government employees to act as the district prabharis, and they're asking army men to talk about the government schemes. So they have no holds bar attitude. I think this total politics is doing more damage to the Indian democracy and Indian party system than anything else. I'm not saying that the other governments have not done it, but at such level, at such degree. And I'm reminded of one BJP leader, I'm not naming him. He said there is no rules in politics. So they are breaking. It's not about there's no rules in politics. They don't want to be constrained by any rules. So how come it happens that you remember when the Maharashtra election was happened, the Praful Patel was called and Ajit and Sharad Pawar was given the notices. And once the election is over, nobody is bothered that what happened to Praful Patel's case and what happens to everything. Once the Kashmir thing happened, what happened to the Farooq Abdullah, Sheikh Abdullah, Farooq Abdullah and son, everybody. Every election is happening. I think they are setting a bad trend, and finally they will trap themselves in that. But coming to your question, I'm still not very sure why Mr. Modi is not entering into the election. Either he's scared of losing elections, so he doesn't want to be want to earn any discredit before the parliamentary election, or there is some other strategy.
PKD, what do you think is the strategy? Because, are they just waiting for ticket distribution to be over before they, really come down on the ground? Because usually it's the last minute with what we call the Modi blitzkrieg.
Well, I'm very thrilled to hear what the two contradictory statement of Ashutosh Bhai. सबसे पहले every day we say that it's why, even if it is a municipal election, why only Modi and Amit Shah. Today, when Amit Shah and Modi is not as active as you are expecting, I mean, of course, every political party for every election, they would have their own strategy. They have placed so many veterans, even from the MPs and the union ministers, as a candidate. So a political strategy for every state is supposed to be different. Every political election needs to be looked at in a different way. The winning is definitely the main objective, but to reach that winning stage, you need to take different paths. I am sure that Narendra Modi and Amit Shah, and for that matter, all the glitz of the BJP is going to be there in every places. Yes, Rajasthan, I think it's going to be, I would not call it like an easy cakewalk, but I think a lot of damage has already been done by the Congress for themselves. Whether it is such between, we have seen in the last 5 years, almost 4.5 years, we were seeing that an infighting, that is also a public infighting. The paper leak case, which Ashutosh Bhai was just talking about, that the ED is going after. And then those, Sachin Pilot himself did a Padyatra against his own government. So we hardly have seen some of the advertisement in a large schemes which Ashok Gehlot has either renewed or tried to grab the people on his side. But I don't think that the people of the country do understand, people of Rajasthan do understand that what is the real vote bank politics. And we have also seen the last 5 years, and in fact, me and Tehseen was on multiple shows about this atrocities on women and the number of the law and order issue. This has never been this scale in Rajasthan so far. And on top of it, there is a culture that they always re-elect a new government. Even in somebody was talking about, oh, Vasundhara Raje, she is the mass leader, she is the best leader. When we talk about only, I cannot talk about Congress. Even in the BJP, it is not something like that. Only Vasundhara Raje could not repeat even once as a chief minister. So she was there 5 years as chief minister. Then Ashok Gehlot came in. Then again she came in. Then again the other guy. So there is no absolute strength on either parties. So it is always evolving. The only difference is that last year, the last election, the Congress got a very small margin. And I think people wanted to have a stable government. People wanted to, Ashutosh Ji said that people wanted to have the delivery in their hand, whether it is in law and order, whether it is in any of the schemes, everything, they wanted to feel the governance. And I am sure that in 5 years, the feeling of Rajasthan was all about infighting, corruption, and law and order problem. How many people have been killed, we all know.
So, well, Tehseen, I can see you smiling, and I know I have a feeling what you're going to say next. So, especially about Rajasthan, because what is happening in the Congress is also happening currently in the BJP, infighting. And if you're going to talk about atrocities against women in Rajasthan, then that can be replicated at the national level, where we've had Manipur wrestlers. But I'll let Tehseen take the floor from now on.
Thank you, Priya. And I always smile when my friend PKD speaks, because when PKD only speaks on one state, when there are 5 states going for election, and he refuses to speak on the other 4 states, you know which way the other 4 states are going. So I am telling you something, and I know that this is recorded. Kamal Nath will take oath as Chief Minister Madhya Pradesh. Baghel will take oath as Chief Minister Chhattisgarh. I am also telling you something stunning that has happened in Telangana. I've just come from Hyderabad, but I was in Telangana for a bit. Telangana, something has fundamentally changed for the Congress. The Congress is very close to forming the government, very close. If it doesn't score a self-goal, it will form the government. And more than the Hindi heartland, because we tend to concentrate on the Hindi heartland, Telangana is extremely important from the national perspective. If Congress forms a government, or even if DRS forms a government with a very minor difference, believe you me, in South India, the BJP for the next decade is over. In Karnataka, they couldn't even appoint, and so far haven't appointed a leader of opposition. Telangana, something has changed fundamentally for the Congress. Now let's come to the state of Rajasthan. PKD was talking about delivery. Ashok Gehlot is saying what he's delivered. And the BJP's entire campaign is about Congress. They have not been able to say one thing about what they promised to do for Rajasthan. Not one thing. Not one thing they've been able to say. What's happened is CP Joshi, the BJP president Rajasthan, his house was stoned. The BJP offices are being burned. Rathod ji, who's a sitting member of parliament and a former union minister and a chief ministerial candidate, everywhere he's going, he's been showing a black flag. The NewsX has covered this extensively. I'm not saying that there were no differences between Gehlot ji and Sachin Pilot ji. Today they are working together. It is BJP that has infighting. So much infighting that in a women's reservation celebration, the only woman on dais, Vasundhara Raje ji, was not allowed to speak. That is the state of the BJP.
So Priya Kumari was asked to speak instead of her.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Yeah, and the fact is that I'm not saying that the Congress will absolutely win Rajasthan, but yesterday I'm confident the Congress is doing better because the BD has entered Rajasthan. BD, I've renamed ED BD because Bajrang Dal. So I've renamed it because they act as an arm of the BJP. So yesterday when they entered, it shows confidence in the Congress government, it shows lack of confidence. But let me make another fundamental point on which Ashutosh said and take it slightly further before I hand over to Javed ji. Today, the Prime Minister and the Honorable Home Minister seem out of ideas. It is not some masterstroke because there is this idea of Chanakya Niti. Anything Modi ji and Amit Shah ji do is Chanakya Niti. First of all, it's very easy to defeat the BJP. The BJP makes lot of goof-ups. It's just that they have a very strong marketing unit. But I see them as two politicians who have run out of ideas. They haven't come up with anything new. If you were to and I hope you get an interview with the Honorable Prime Minister or Home Minister, you sit them down and ask them what is your specific vision for the next 5 years leading to the next 30 years. Except for massive headlines, they will not be able to tell you. Do they have a policy on AI? No. Do they have a policy on future currencies? No. Do they have a policy on job creation? No. Do they have a policy on anything that will matter? They have zero policy. Their ideas of the future is equivalent to the Prime Minister's press conferences, zero. And therefore, today they seem jaded. And Ashutosh is right that the same things are being repeated. And frankly, it's now got boring. It's really got boring. Even for the first time, while the Honorable Prime Minister was speaking, news channels cut off from the Honorable Prime Minister and moved to the Chief Justice of India. You can imagine what is happening. It's actually now got a little repetitive.
But the same could be again, said to the Congress. Congress is getting repetitive. What is the
Congress is, so they should listen to me.
Apart from attacking Adani and
no, Adani. I've told them, please stop Adani. I've told them 100 times. And see, Kamal Nath ji every day, like he knows what to do. He's following advice. Revanth Reddy knows what to do. He's following advice. And I think the Congress should fight on issues of future. It should tell people of India what they will deliver because the BJP has 10 years to answer. These small corporates and all, I think when you come to power, you can deal with those issues.
Javed, small corporates, I'm not sure Dari would be happy with your defense. But Javed, over to you. Do you see anything different in this whole the Congress narrative that they're building up? Are they the way they're fighting the state elections? Is there a strategy to take which will take to the central elections?
Well, for one, state and central, the issues in the state and central elections will be a lot different. And I'm surprised how everybody's saying that the Congress is only talking about Adani. I'm not so sure if any of these people have gone to the campaign. Have covered any of this campaign. I have. So I'll tell you. In Rajasthan, they have not been talking of Adani. In Madhya Pradesh, they have not been talking of Adani. In Chhattisgarh, they have not been talking of Adani. Adani is not the main issue there.
Yeah.
They've launched a huge number of Labharti schemes in Rajasthan. Ashok Gehlot and the Congress day in and day out, they keep hammering this. They're talking of those things. And right now, the campaign is a bit low-key on all sides is because seat adjustments are taking place, tickets are being distributed, people are busy with filing their nominations, ensuring that no rebel candidates contest, and even if they do, they are minimized. The number is kept to a level that can be managed. So those are things, and this happens in every elections. Once the nomination last date of filing nominations is over, you will see both sides will hit the campaign hard. A lot of preliminary work has been done. Priyanka Gandhi has been very busy in Madhya Pradesh, particularly in Chhattisgarh and in Telangana. And the Congress has actually surprised itself. The hard work they worked in the cadres in Telangana and in Madhya Pradesh. If they win, it will be on the back of the hard work that these people have done. And look at Madhya Pradesh, a remarkable story. Digvijay and Kamal Nath have buried the hatchet a year ago. Digvijay made it abundantly clear he's not a pretender or contender for the chief ministership. They will fight under Kamal Nath will be the poster boy, although he sees being a boy long ago. Nonetheless, he will be the poster boy. He will be the face, and he will be the chief minister if they come to power. And they've worked very hard. Digvijay has worked behind the scenes to try and patch up differences, to try and bring people together, to bring about a certain amount of cohesiveness. In Telangana, under Revanth Reddy, they've worked very hard. They've actually bent their back trying to regain lost ground. At one time, it appeared as if the BJP was breathing down BRS's neck. Now it's the Congress party, and it's anybody's game. And if the Congress does win in this, it will be entirely because the state leadership has been empowered. They've worked very hard, and the central leadership of the Congress is backing them wholeheartedly. In Chhattisgarh, Baghel hopes that that he will come back on the back of the work that he's done 5 years as chief minister. Everybody says that Akhilesh Yadav and Rahul Gandhi are used to taking it easy. Go to Chhattisgarh and ask the BJP walas, and they'll tell you that Raman Singh, if there was a gold medal for taking it easy, Raman Singh would have won hands down, because he'd not been seen or heard of in the last 5 years. So,
But that's he's been sidelined.
yeah, no, it's not a question of sideline. He's just been sitting on his you know what and doing nothing. He's not been active at all. So,
Okay.
it's sitting from Delhi, we get a very different kind of picture. Once you stir out,
Okay.
and in this old age, I have begun stirring out. So I have seen things for myself.
I object to Javed. I object to Javed ji calling himself old. Javed is younger than all of us here.
All of us.
I object.
Absolutely, I
Yeah,
agree.
I object vehemently to
No,
this.
I
Yeah.
object. I'm younger than him.
Javed is calling himself old and Kamal Nath poster boy. So I don't know, Javed, you have to work with this.
Kamal Nath will be happy being the poster boy. Huh?
I know. I don't think he's got that memo that he's no longer a boy. He's pretty much there. But I'm going to take a break and come back, and we're going to have keep this discussion going and talk a bit more about the leaders on ground. And is the BJP following the Congress mode, which is sidelining popular tall leaders while the Congress is promoting them? So I'll quick break. Hello and welcome back to the NewsX Sunday Guardian Roundtable. We're here discussing the assembly polls, and Ashutosh, the one takeaway really is that, the way the Congress is running the campaign, Javed spoke about it, others spoke about it, is, do we see then Rahul Gandhi taking more and more of a backseat, Priyanka becoming a chief campaigner, and local leadership taking over?
See, Priyanka, I think to take this debate at a different level, I have a different submission. Although I agree what you are saying. I'm saying is that the most of the time it happens that the strength of a political party for its rise becomes finally the reason for its fall. And the Hindutva, which was the reason for the BJP's rise, is going to be its fall, because Hindutva by nature does not believe into decentralization. Hindutva by its nature does not believe into recognition of the different regional identities. Hindutva by nature talks about the cadre but doesn't believe into empowering their local leaders. Rather, they like to believe into the cult of leadership. So you look at BJP's history, and the BJP is committing the similar mistake which the Congress party has done it. Like what the Congress is doing right now, Congress is trying to identify itself with the regional identities. Like what in Chhattisgarh, Baghel has done. He's totally identified himself with the Chhattisgarhia identity. Madhya Pradesh, it is Kamal Nath. In Rajasthan, it is Ashok Gehlot. Revanth Reddy in Telangana. But in all the 4 states, look at the plight of these top leaders of the BJP. They have been reduced to small leaders, and they have been humiliated ad nauseum. We all talked about how the Vasundhara Raje Scindia was treated, how the Shivraj Singh Chauhan was treated, how Raman Singh are being treated. I do not know what is the hidden agenda behind it. Maybe something related to 2024. But the fact of the matter is, Mr. Narendra Modi and Hindutva is trying to overshadow the Rajasthan identity, the Chhattisgarh identity, the Madhya Pradesh identity, the Tamil Nadu identity. sooner or later, these identities will assert themselves and will resent the overpowering presence of Hindutva in the garb of the communal politics. Like, look at how the Tamil identity is reacting, how the Kerala identity is reacting, how the Bengal identity is reacting, except Gujarat identity, because Gujarat identity is synonymous with Narendra Modi and Amit Shah. So they're not resenting, they're rather enjoying that. So I think when one leader becomes too powerful and ideology becomes too empowering, then the country of India's diversity resents it. And that was the reason for the demise of the Congress party. I'm not predicting the demise of the BJP, because the demise takes longer time. One brick at a time is removed, the fort is going to weaken, but it will not demolish within 2 years or 3 years. It will take time. But the BJP is following the same path the Congress did, and now the Congress is repenting. That's why the Congress believes into decentralization of decentralization, and the BJP has gone back to the over-centralization. Everything starts from the Narendra Modi and ends with the Narendra Modi, and that is the BJP's strength, but will be reason for BJP's fall.
So PKD, क्या नरेंद्र मोदी ही मोदी को हराएंगे? You know, he's become the big issue in the elections. He's made himself the issue rather, and so will his weaknesses be the downfall of the government?
Is there anybody else you can name forget about at parallel to him, or even to a level at least 100 notch far away also you can't show somebody else? I think a political leader, when there are phases in life and in politics too, that these phases will keep coming and going. So sometimes you will say that the mood of the nation is only 100% is Modi, or 50% for Rahul Gandhi, or so on and so forth. But I think as of today, there is only one leader. He's not just a national leader, but a global leader. In other words, the whole world is looking up to him for his leadership qualities. And India as a country, Bharat as a nation, is really looking at him as the Prime Minister for the next 5 years. That is for sure. Then there is not even one. Of course, we all will have some hatred against him, with maybe, as Ashutosh ji said, Hindutva. Come on, Ashutosh ji, please. One thing I'll tell you, the way you people look at the south of India from the prism of your Delhi lieutenant's mirror, I think that's not the reality of the south of India. Do you know that in few months ago, when the Kerala speaker said that it is the Ganesh ji is a myth, the whole world was out. You have seen that when the Sabarimala issue was there, the entire women forces, irrespective of their political, ideological, and it's a very ideologically connected place. How did they behave? They have Karnataka has accepted BJP, and in fact, let me tell you this: all of you will be saying that yes, RSS is the big boss or whatever it may be. Do you know that the RSS is much more stronger than North is in South? Have you seen the Patha Sanchalan or of the Vijayadashmi day? There are more thousands and thousands of volunteers have marched past it all across the country, and especially in south of India, it is much more. I belong to a place which is called as Kannur, which is the bastion or the birthplace of the communist movement in India, and wherein I was even not allowed because to get out certain times. That's the kind of thing. Even still, it remains so. But there are more than 5,000 people were attended the RSS volunteers or were marching. So I think the way we look at Hindutva, ये Hindutva को बोलकर आपने अपना beyond Hindutva word is more of politicized word. But whereas Sanatani is the one who goes to a temple, the one who pray every day in the morning, will have his own feelings. And I don't think that the Hindu Renaissance, in a way, at least that if you are a proud Hindu feeling has come and whether it is in Ujjain or in every place, I think these symbolizers will always be there in the minds of the people when they go to vote. Now, as far as the political side is concerned, I'll just take one more second. The political side is concerned, winning and losing is a part of the game. At least one thing I can tell you, those who wanted to write the obituary of Congress, BJP, one of these days, but that's not going to happen. It's an ideologically connected party. It is not. I always say that the communist movement will never be over.
But ideology versus individual. Okay, we're short of time, so I'm going to cut you short a bit. Let Tehsim come. Ashutosh, Tehsim ko bolne do. He's very short of time.
PKD made a Freudian slip. He said those who wanted to write the obituary of the Congress, and then he realized, oops, because the obituary of the Congress, like the obituary of the RSS, cannot be written. And I completely concede to that.
Tehsim versus PKD dialogue will go on.
But let's look at this mathematically. Forget everything else. But by the way, PKD, the so-called global leader, our honorable Prime Minister, please request him. Qatar में थोड़ा सा बात कर ले. वैसे तो वहाँ कतार के एमीर थे बहुत अच्छे कर रहे. ये जजमेंट 4 दिन पहले सबको पता था. ये आप भी जानते हो, मैं भी जानता हूँ. He did nothing, and that is unreal. Where are those Italian Marines? Italy के Prime Minister को बता दे. But see, all this is good marketing. But let's look at maths. Except for Uttar Pradesh and Gujarat, and I concede to Ashutosh, where else is the BJP sweeping? Karnataka, they might get 1 or 2 Lok Sabha seats. Kerala 0, Tamil Nadu 0, Telangana 0, Andhra Pradesh 0. Odisha, they might get 1 odd Lok Sabha seat. West Bengal, this time they'll get 2 or 3 seats where they are completely routed. Where are they getting the seats? Northeast, they are routed except for Assam. And Assam also, they won't repeat the performance. They'll come down to 7 or 8. Maharashtra, they might get a few seats. Where are the seats coming from? This is mathematics. Can you explain to me where are they getting? They'll get about, as of today, they're getting about 50-55 in Uttar Pradesh, and of course Gujarat, they're going to do very well. The maths is not in their favor. The chemistry is jaded. The fact is the BJP will try all tricks to divert. What the alliance needs to do is listen to sane voices like Javed ji and Ashutosh ji, not get diverted, not play on the BJP. It doesn't matter what they say about Hindutva, about anybody else. Focus on your agenda on how from 2024 you will make India a better place than what it was from 2014 to 2024. That should be the India Alliance's agenda, and India Alliance will win. The BJP mathematically and chemically is in a weak spot. I want to hand over to the others because time is limited.
So Javed, Tehsim Singh focus on issues rather than personalities, and the alliance has a chance, I think.
Yeah, I agree with Tehsim. They need to focus on issues that people can relate to. Focus on issues that are hitting people hard. Economically, people are hurting. Focus on that. If you start talking of interstate relations and what is happening in Israel and Hamas and all this, while people have their sympathies or their prejudices, you're not going to get votes on that. So focus on issues, stay away, don't get involved in this Hindutva issue. This is, you can't play BJP on their own pitch, and take it from there. If the Prime Minister undeniably is the most popular leader in this country. So don't make it a PM versus somebody else contest. And if you really are hell-bent on making it, then make it PM versus Kharge, and let's see what he comes up with. The one time that he stopped, I want to ask PK, why has he stopped selling the fact that he's a chai wala? Does it have something to do with the fact that Mr. Kharge said, "Arey, aapko to chai nasib ho jati thi, humko aur hamari biradari ko to chai bhi nahi milti thi." So if they have to put up,
I'll tell you, the chai wala.
Allow me to finish.
Okay, let him finish. Yeah, we are totally
allow me to finish. So if you needs must do that, otherwise don't. Just go ahead with collective leadership and focus on the state. Tehsin is right. BJP has maxed. I'm willing to give them all 80 seats in UP, but where will they make up for the 39 that they had last time in Bihar? Where will they make up for the seat losses that they're going to take place in Maharashtra? And if they were that confident in Maharashtra, why have they delayed BMC polls for a year and a half? BMC polls were supposed to be held in early 22. Now we are coming to the end of 23 and they're not being held. What is the reason for this?
Okay. So on that note, I know everybody wanted to... Ashutosh, you muted yourself, so I'm totally...
Only 30 seconds. See, I have no quarrel with the Sanatan. But the issue is, which Sanatan? Are you talking about Upanishad? Are you talking about Sankhya? Are you talking about Charvak? Are you talking about Yagvalk? Are you talking about Kapil Muni? Are you talking about what?
So PKT have one word answer, then I'll quickly have PKT say.
I just wanted to only say that the way we are thinking that the regional identities are being taken away because of the Hindutva or because of you are promoting Hindi, I think that's not true. All these cultures of my language cannot be changed. I speak 5 languages, but does that mean that all my languages I have learned can be taken away by somebody if he's imposing a new language? No.
So regional identities, okay, remain. I'm totally, otherwise I have to cut the show. So I want to end right now on this note and call you all back again for a further conversation as we lead up to 2024. But thank you so much for this conversation.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.